Right, happy Homebrew Wednesdays, lads. It is a little drop of beer. As you can see, no uniform. Day off. Aren't they lovely? Right, what have we got? We've got a bottle of, and it's a brown ale bottle, but that's not what's in it, the believers. It's the Better Brew Mild kit. It was the first time I've done that kit, so I just did it half and half. 500 dextrose, 500 DME. I did have one last night, and it was a little bit on the lively side. There's loads and loads of sediment in the bottom of there. I don't know what's kind of happened with this, but that for a little bit there. Whoa, that's just stirred the bottom up big style. So again, I have no understanding of why this is as carbonated as it is. If it hadn't quite finished, I'm not sure. But well, okay. It has stirred quite a lot of the sediment off the bottom. Stick that on there and let it fizz itself away for a bit. As you can see, it's got a big old, and this is a non-nucleated glass that's just building itself some big mammoth head on there. Like, it's absolutely going like a train. Right then, lads, so I'm not even going to waste time trying to sniff through that big head. Actually, just smells really malty. Actually, I'm very surprised. I can smell. I didn't think I'd be able to smell anything through that. Because often you find that when they get a big head on like that, you just can't smell anything. But that smells very, very malty, and as you can see, it is still going. Wipe that down so you can have a little. I haven't got a torch around. That's the problem. You can see that through there. If you can't, you're blind. Because that is absolutely going mental. Mental. So we'll just wipe a bit more of that foam off the top of there and we'll give her a go. Cheers. Wow. That is the most carbonated dark beer I have ever, I wouldn't even say pleasure. I've had the misfortune, I don't know, it doesn't taste bad, but wow, that is like just fizzy and like a mouthful of malt. That is just so heavily malted. That is unbelievable. Apart from the fact that obviously it is massively overcarbonated, and it does smell a little bit kitty, you know, that quite, I think, slightly off-putting at times, but again, it's just young, she is very fresh, so that'll go away. Give her another couple of weeks. She's only been in the bottles for a fortnight, so sorry, 2 weeks. But actually on the nose, it's all you can really smell is just the malt, which is very like carbonation, which fits in with the type of beer it is, with it being a mild. They tend to be very, very lightly hopped. It's pretty just bitter and hops only, nothing else in there. But all around, quite a pleasant, like as a kit beer. With nothing done to her, that is quite pleasant, quite drinkable. She's not particularly strong. She's about 4.5. It's strong enough. I've just put the kit down just as literally just a quaffing beer, just a beer I'll drink when I finish work. Come in, you know, them nice couple of thirst quenches. Because as most of you know, I work permanent back shift. So when I finish at midnight one morning, that's all I want. I don't want someone who's going to turn us upside down. I just want someone who's going to calm me down and help me go to sleep. But that big head, that's the only good thing about that slightly over carbonation, is just keeping that lovely head, lovely laser on. She's actually brewed really well. Sometimes Kit B's can be a little bit thin. This isn't thin at all. This is actually quite nice. And I did this to 23 litres, which I know a lot of lads doing kits don't. They'll just brew to a 20 litre. That'll be a 23 litre kit. Just brew to 20 litres to get a little bit more of like body and flavour and that. But this, I think if you'd done that, you'd need a knife and fork with it, mate, because that is surprisingly nice. Right lads, so that's tea sorted. That there is the one of my first old grain, which is turned out to be quite a nice little beer actually. There's still obviously there was mistakes made and there's things that I didn't know. I just kind of like basically was winging it a bit, but for a first attempt, I'm very happy indeed. I'm not happy that I'm going to tweak it a little bit, do a gallon batch, which I'm probably going to do tomorrow, and it might be back in the running for what I'm going to use for the SGA Pour, but we'll see. I think it is. Yes, she's nice. Right, more to the problems of my brewing. The stout that I did, SGA Pour 2. What a fool, absolute fool. I decided to change my hop additions on the brew day. Bad plan. There were going to be 2 hop additions, one at 60 minutes, and I know you shouldn't do it, but I was going to put an aroma hop in, 30 grams of, and on the brew day I decided, I'm not going to bother, I'll go traditional and I'll just hide it all in. Yeah, so I ended up putting 80 grams of hops in for 60 minutes, which obviously, you know, will change that beer slightly, just a little bit. So it's gone from being 28 something IBUs to 63 IBUs, so it is bitter, and I mean, it is really bitter. I'm just going to stick this light on. Going to make it nice and bright, and that's it, straight out of the fermenter, as black as can be. There is a little bit of red there, and I can't even see that. I can see it on the lens, it's just showing a little bit of red, but when I look through and I've had it up to the light and try to get light touch through it, it is absolutely black. But the coffee's there. I'm going to turn that light off for chance of me here. The coffee's there. I can't smell much of the chocolate. I'm guessing that will come through when it conditions. But when you taste it, that bitterness is a bit of a spoiler. It is a bit too bitter. Kind of like grabs hold here a bit, but no, that's what she is. I've got 23 litres of it, so it is going to get bottled today. Right, so what we're going to be doing tomorrow, I'm off again, 2 days off together, man. I'm going to do 2 1-gallon batches. I'm going to do another of the ESB, a bit more careful with me temperatures, stuff like that. And I'm also changing the hops slightly, and I'm going to do another one of the coffee and chocolate stout. This time again it's the hop additions which are going to get changed, obviously to get the bitterness right, but other than that I think that's about it really. I'm going to have to use one of those. I don't want to just do a brand new one I've never done before for the SGA Pour, so because I've done 2, I'm going to just play around with them 2 in 1-gallon batches and hopefully end up with something that's going to be alright. To be honest, if I'd sent that out, I wouldn't have been ashamed. It wouldn't win. Don't think I'm going to win, but I would have sent that out to you, and I think you would like that, because it isn't a bad pint at all. Right, lads, yes, I've had to cut it all to bits because I missed bits off, and I've chopped bits and lost bits, and I'm still not getting used to doing these videos. I'm trying, but I'm not good at cutting. Yes, that's the sound of my oldest daughter being very naughty and being downstairs when she should be in her bed. So, yes, cheers, lads, and I'm going to take this little munchkin back to bed. That means the DVD's finished. Are you going to come and say hello?
Hello.
There she is, little munchkin. See you in a bit, lads.